question number 20, okay, another place value question. So write the number 60 and 1/4 as a decimal. Okay, so start with your 60. Okay, 6 tens and no units. Okay, 1/4, you should know this off by heart, is the same as 0.25. So 60.25 is the same as 60 and 1/4. Okay, question number 21. I think you had a question very similar to this last week. So 2/7 of 56. So to find fractions of numbers, you're going to divide by the denominator. 57 divided by 6 is 8. And then multiply the answer by the numerator. 8 2s is 16. Okay, in this one you have to work backwards. So 8 is 2/5 of a missing number. Okay, so what you want to think about is if 8 is 2/5, okay, so we've got this missing number, okay, split into fifths, which is just 5 equal parts. Okay, each fifth is exactly the same size, so if 2/5 is 8, one of those fifths has to be 4. Okay, so half this to find 1/5. So if 1/5 is 4, okay, 5 equal parts, that means 4 5s is 20, and that gives you the missing number. Okay, question 22. I've got a rectangle divided into squares. Okay, if you were to count the squares, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 altogether. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shaded. So 6 out of 10. Okay, convert that into a percentage, that's 60%. So in St. Petersburg, it's absolutely freezing. Okay, minus 17 degrees. Belfast is 22 degrees higher. So if you remember with your temperature questions, I find the easiest way to do it is to draw out a thermometer. So from minus 17 to 0 is 17 degrees. So you need to go 22 degrees higher. So another 5, because 17 plus 5 gives you 22. And that's going to take you to 5 degrees. Okay, and that's your answer for question 23. Okay, number 29, we have got a Venn diagram. Okay, and Eileen's putting whole numbers in from 1 to 20. So you've got factors of 36. What that means is any number that you can divide 36 by and get an equal answer. Multiples of 3, so your 3 times tables, and prime numbers. Okay, so you can see she's already put some numbers in. You have to decide which number is going to go in the middle. So what you're looking for is a number that is a factor of 36. It's a multiple of 3, and it's also a prime number. Okay, so what I did was I thought of my multiples of 3. So I've got 3. Okay, so is 3 a multiple of 3? Yes. Is it a factor of 36? Yes, because 36 divided by 3 is 12. And is it a prime number? Yes, it is. So 3 would go into the middle area here of the Venn diagram. Okay, so in question number 30, you have to think about a full turn. Okay, so a full turn is 360 degrees. Okay, what the question's asking you to think about is 1/8 of a turn, first of all. So the answer's already done for you, but I'll just show you how it's true. So to work out 1/8, we're going to divide 360 by 8. Okay, so 36 divided by 8 gives you 4. Carry over 40. 40 divided by 8 gives you 5. So 1/8 of a turn is 45 degrees. Okay, an acute angle is less than 90, so that one is true. Okay, so 3/8 of a turn is an obtuse angle. So you need to first of all work out 3/8, which is going to be 45 times 3, because 45 is 1/8. So 5 3s are 15, 4 3s are 12, plus 1 is 13. So that's 135 degrees. Okay, so you need to decide, is that an obtuse angle? So an obtuse angle is larger than 90, but smaller than 180. So that's going to be true. And then you've got 5/8, so you're going to have to work out what 5/8 is. So 45 times 5. 5 5s are 25, 4 5s are 20, plus 2 gives you 225 degrees. 3 right angles, 90 degrees in a right angle, so 90 times 3, 270 degrees. So is this more than 3 right angles? It's not, so that's false. So quite a lot of working out for one question, and you need to know your facts for that question. So at question number 31, you had a small grid made up of small squares. Okay, so you had to find the area. So what you needed to know was the height, okay, and the width. So 1, 2, 3, 4 centimetres, okay, 3 centimetres high. To find the area, you're going to multiply 4 by 3, gives you 12 centimetres squared. Question 32 is a tricky wee question. Okay, so you've got one line, that line is 4 centimetres long. Okay, so 4 centimetres, and the area is 10 centimetres squared. So what you had to think about was, what do you multiply by 4 to get 10? Okay, so you could do, to work that out, you could do 10 divided by 4. Okay, so 1 divided by 4 you can't do. 10 divided by 4 is 2, but you've got 2 left over. So if you remember what to do here, we don't write 2 remainder 2. Okay, we add in our decimal point. Okay, pop in a 0 in your tenths column. Carry the 2 over. 20 divided by 4 gives you 5. So that means this line, okay, this side of your rectangle has to be 2.5, which is the same as 2.5. So 1, 2, and a half. And then on the other side, draw your 2.5 and then your line across the top. Okay, to make up your rectangle. So 4 times 2.5 gives you 10. Question number 33. Okay, you've got 3 calculations. You need to use those calculations to work out the answers to the questions below. Okay, so what the question's not expecting you to do is to write out a long multiplication sum for 76 times 14. So I'll show you how you're meant to work it out. Okay, so what you want to look for in each question is a similarity to the calculations above. So 76 times 14, okay, is similar to this question because it's both times 14. Okay, so what you're looking at is what has been changed between the 38 and the 76. Okay, so the 38 has been doubled. So instead of 38 piles of 14, you've got 76 piles of 14. Okay, so to work out the answer to the calculation, you're going to take the answer to this one and you're going to double it because you've doubled the amount of 14s. Okay, so 532, and we're going to times that by 2. So 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10. So that gives you 1064. Okay, so we're going to do the same steps for question 2. We're looking for similarities. So we've got 54 and 54. Okay, this one you're timesing by 12. Here you're timesing 54 by 24. So you've doubled the 12 to make 24. So you're going to double the answer to work out this answer. So 648 times 2. So 8 2s are 16, 4 2s are 8 plus 1 is 9, and 6 2s are 12. So you've got 1296. Okay, number 3, 19 times 14. Okay, so we're thinking about multiplying by 14 again. Okay, this time the 19, okay, is half of 38, so we're halving the amount that we're timesing by 14. So what we need to do with our answer is we need to half it. Okay, so 532, and we're going to divide by 2. So 5 divided by 2 is 2, carry over 1. 13 divided by 2 is 6, carry over 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6, so your answer there, 266. Okay, so for your last question, you've got 148. Okay, up here you're dividing by 4, here you're dividing by 2. Okay, so if you have 148 divided by 4, you're splitting it into 4 equal parts. Okay, when you're dividing it by 2, you're splitting it into 2 equal parts. So this answer, okay, is going to be doubled to get the answer to this calculation. So 37 times 2 gives you 74. And 34, okay, so we've got some algebra here. 716 take away a equals 125. Okay, so to find the missing the number that the letter stands for, you're going to take the 716 and take away the 125. 6 take away 5 is 1. 1 take away 2 you can't do. So 6 carry over 1. 11 take away 2 gives you 9. 6 take away 1 gives you 5. So A equals 591. Okay, then the second part, 108 divided by what equals 9. Now, if you know your tables, you would know straight away that this one is 12. 12 nines are 108. If not, you may have had to do out your formal method division and divide 108 by 9. Okay, and that would also give you the same answer. Question number 36, so you've got 6.25 kilograms. Question wants to know how much that is in grams. So you need to know your facts. You need to know there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So if you have 6 whole kilograms, that's going to be 6,000, and then 0.25 is 250. So 6,250 grams. Question 44 is another probability question. Okay, so a bag containing 20 balls, 10 are red, 5 are black and 5 are blue. Okay, so arrow P shows the probability the pink ball is chosen. Okay, that's impossible because there are no pink balls in the bag. Okay, so we want to think about a red ball. Okay, so 10 out of 20 of our balls are red. Okay, that's half of the bag. So if you're looking at the probability line, okay, it's going to be right in the middle. It's going to be half chance. So it's going to be R. Okay, arrow R shows the probability that red is chosen. Okay, we're thinking about black. There are 5 black balls out of 20. Okay, 5 out of 20 is the same as a quarter. Okay, so you have a quarter chance of choosing black. Okay, so if you think about your line, Q is at a quarter on the line. So the arrow Q shows the probability of a black ball. And then the probability that a black ball isn't chosen. So if it's a quarter of probability that it is chosen, it's going to be 3/4 that it's not. So we've got 0, a quarter, a half, 3/4 and full. So that's going to be S for the probability that a black ball isn't chosen. In question 46, okay, you've got some rules. So rule E is already used, so I scored it out straight away. Okay, then I had a look through the rules. Okay, and I'm trying to match the rule to the sequence. So if you have a look here, you've got 1, 4, 16 and 64. What's happening each time is it's being multiplied by 4. So that's rule B. Okay, then 1, 3, 7 and 15. So if you have a look, are you multiplying the previous number by 5 and taking away 2? Okay, so 1, 5 is 5. Take away 2 gives you 3. 3 5s are 15. Take away 2 does not give you 7. So it's not rule A. Okay, rule C, add 3 to the previous number, then multiply by 2. 1 plus 3 is 3 times 2 is 6. So it's not rule A. So check rule D. Add half to the previous number and multiply by 2. Okay, 1.5 times 2 gives you 3. So that's rule D. Okay, so we're only left with rule A and rule C. So with this one, do you multiply by 5 and then subtract 2? So 1 times 5, take away 2 is 3. 3 5s are 15, take away 2 is 13. So that's rule A. So that leaves you with rule C, but just check really quickly. Add 3, so 1 plus 3 gives you 4. 4 2s are 8. So rule B, rule D, rule A and rule C. Question 47. Okay, we've got a very, very, very popular question. Comes up all the time, function machine. Okay, so when you go through the function machine, you just follow the steps. So if the number that goes in is 7, you're going to do 7 times 2, which is 14, and then you need to take away 3.25. Okay, so some of you will be happy to do that in your head. 14 take away 3 gives you 11. 11 take away 0.25 is going to give you 10.75. If you're more comfortable doing your formal method, okay, so you've got your decimal point, your 2 zeros, take away 3.25. Okay, it's quite a long process to do it this way. So 0 take away 5 you can't do, 0 take away 2 you can't do. So you go to your units, okay, bring 1 unit over. Okay, 10 leave you with 9, bring 1 over. 10 take away 5 is 5, 9 take away 2 is 7, decimal point doesn't move, 3 take away 3 is nothing, 1 take away nothing is 1. Okay, so you've got the same answer. It is quicker to do it in your head, but if you're not sure, do your working out just to make sure you've got the correct answer. Question 48, we've got a cuboid. Okay, so its dimensions are 8 by 9 by 4. Okay, so you can see them written on. It says, what is the total length of all the edges? Okay, so what you've got here is you've got 9 centimetres. Okay, you've got 4 edges that are 9 centimetres, so I've done 4 times 9, which is 36. Okay, you've got 4 edges that measure 4 centimetres because you've got 1, 2, 3. There's a wee hidden one in there, okay, which is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, you've also got 4 that measure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 fours are 32. Add those all together, it gives you 84 centimetres. Okay, so the area of the face with the smallest area, okay, so this one would be 9 times 8. This one would be 9 times 4. This face is your smallest, which is 8 times 4, which gives you 32. Question 50. Okay, so Ben has 3 homeworks. He has to spend quite a long time on his homework. He's got 45 minutes, 1.5 hours and 55 minutes. Okay, so you can do this in 2 ways. Okay, you could add together your 2 minutes, 45 and 55. Okay, which would give you 100 minutes. Okay, and then convert your 1.5 hours. So 1 hour is 60 minutes, half an hour is 30 minutes. So that gives you 90 altogether. So add the 100 and the 90. Okay, that gives you 190 minutes. You have to convert that into hours and minutes. So 60 minutes in an hour, 60, 120, 180 minutes is 3 full hours and 10 minutes left over. Okay, the other way you could do it, okay, is you could try and think about your 45 minutes, your 55 minutes. Okay, convert those into, so you've got 100 minutes, which is 1 hour, 40 minutes. Okay, then 1 hour, 30 minutes. Okay, so you've got 2 full hours. You've got 70 minutes, so you can make 1 more hour with 10 minutes left over. Okay, so a couple of ways you can do this question, as long as you get the correct answer. So the last question, 51, okay, you had a calculation and you had to try and work out which one would give you the same answer as this one. Okay, so the first one, 156 was divided by 10, and then this side was multiplied by 10, so that would balance it up. Okay, and then in this one, you were divided by 100 on this side of the calculation and multiplied by 100 on the other side.